Hello, besties,
and
welcome to So Rude.
I'm here with the fluffy Sebargo.
Oh, thank you.
Fluffy and fabulous. I live.
You know it. You called it. And I'm here with the fluffy in other areas, Dion and Yorkie.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't trimmed in like a week, so you know. Cheers, babe.
Cheers. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm on the brink of a sickness, so I said, Seb, let's film the pod an hour early today before my voice goes.
I was thinking you looked sickening today.
Thank you. Yeah, I've been stuffy since yesterday morning, and now the throat is happening, and I'm like, let's get to it, because I have lots of things I want to talk about.
But it's being stuffy bad.
Actually, I love being stuffed.
Exactly.
What are you drinking on this fine
stuffed crust?
We've been blessed. Latte's
I know,
here.
latte keeps coming in this season.
Latte's loving
and
So Rude season 6.
Also, we have Mistress Isabel with a change of wig.
She's kind of in a mood today.
She's feeling toxic today.
Toxica. Kind of like all of us. Really, this is the mood we're all in.
Yeah.
She's over it. She's not even showing face. She's pulling a
Latte.
Sia. So I'm drinking some hot cho.
Ooh,
what about you? Hot chocolate.
I'm drinking a mocha because I kind of realized, latte, why are you
with a side of water, of course, to wash down the chocolate, so it doesn't give me more of a sore throat.
I realized because sometimes I go
in the audio.
I go get a coffee vibes, but you get hot chocolate, and I'm always like, oh, I wish I could have a hot chocolate because it's like sounds delicious, but I also want a little caffeine kick. And then I remembered that's a thing, silly.
Coffee.
A mocha.
A mocha.
Yeah, mocha.
A fagato.
A mocha is...
I hope y'all can hear latte purring because I went really close.
Mocha is chocolate with coffee or something. So yeah, if you're ever craving a hot chocolate...
Do it out.
And a coffee, get a mocha.
Thank you very much.
That's today's sponsor.
Well, damn. So here we go. We have lots to talk about.
What's making you so rude today?
I have a lot of things. And
really?
I would like to get into it by starting with our story about hitting the clubs.
Because
I feel like
clubs.
upon reflection, there's so many funny things I need to talk about that night.
I know.
It ended up being like one of the nights we'll remember, you know, as they all are. But we haven't hit the clubs in Toronto specifically in quite a while.
Yeah, it's been so long since we said hi to the girlies in Toronto.
So we had to do it up, didn't we? And we did.
We had a little gays night with our besties and token straight besties.
Which was great because we never really engaged with many straight men in the club scenario. So it was fun to see straight guys willing to just like not be weird at gay clubs.
Yeah,
because it's just another club. But I
was like,
I hate when you bring a straight person to a gay club and they like make it a thing.
Yeah, or when people are like, "Can we not go to a gay club?" When you're surrounded by gays and you're like,
even more making it.
Girl, sweat. Or we're like, please don't tell them it's a gay club so they can go.
Right.
Girl, what? So it was really refreshing being with straight guys that were like, oh, we're going to a gay club, slay.
And not only that, when we get there, I'm like sort of like, oh, I you know how like dancing can be like kind of like awkward at first. So I was like, oh, if you guys want to go somewhere else, let us know. And both the straight guys turn to us and go, no, we love it. This is so much better than the straight clubs because in the straight clubs it's all these like guys just trying to fight and very cliquey and judgy. And here it's like everyone's just here to have a good time. And I'm like, yes, queen.
Yeah, because everyone is always like, that's true about gay clubs. I feel like everyone's just always like willing to say hi, willing to socialize. Willing to
exactly
vibe.
And it's like I think it comes with of course like queer culture, like it's all about, you know, liberation and us being free to be, you know, who we are. And it's nice when people can just like feel that love in the room when you enter a certain club and like resonate with it. And I think it goes beyond like these boxes we put like people in, like gay and whatever.
Because it's also like, it's like that's why it's called a safe place, because it feels like a safe place. Whereas a straight club is just a club.
A club.
It's not a safe place.
So
let's just say that.
First thing that makes me so rude is this thing that happened to us towards the end of the night. I'll get back to some things. But we end up like, it's okay. So we know that in Canada, they stop serving alcohol at 2 a.m. So we roll up to this club. The girls are feeling themselves. It's 1:30 a.m. So, you know, a couple of us are shots deep.
I had no recollection. Yeah,
we are feeling good.
You should have grabbed your sober eyes and said, y'all, maybe we shouldn't try going.
I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. As we were like going in the Uber, I said, are we really going to go to this club right now. Like they're not going to let us in. It's 1:30.
Because I didn't know it was 1:30.
But the thing is, like, they stopped serving at 2, so they should let you in.
Yeah.
And then they go to let us in, which we're like, okay, wow, they're letting us in. This is kind of great. And we all turn to each other and we're like, ugh, they're going to charge cover. And cover, when it's open for half an hour for drinks and then nothing, is like, why would you pay cover? $20 cover. And for me, my so rude is like, I don't get it. If you see people stroll up at 1:30 and you know the bar's still open for half an hour, just don't charge them cover, because who wants to pay $20 cover when there's an hour left of the bar? And then let them in. They'll buy drinks, obviously.
Right.
So you're going to make more money because every drink is fucking $15 anyway.
Because I definitely didn't need the drinks, but I would have bought more drinks just from the excitement
100%.
of being inside.
Yeah, we'd be like, okay, we have an hour, let's
and
party.
We would have bought water bottles. And we would have bought a rose from that guy that sells roses at that club all the time.
Exactly. Like the first club we went in, I spent $10 on water alone.
Really?
She straight turned to me. Miss Bartender goes, $5 for one. Looks cold in the eye. And I went, little old me. Like, I feel like you're looking at little innocent me right now. And you know you're playing me. And you're just like, yeah, I'm going to do it anyway.
$5? That's wild.
Yeah, girl, I felt attacked.
And... yeah, well, when we went to the second club, I thought they weren't going to charge us for a second. I was like, no, like they're obviously not going to charge us.
Like,
it's about
please.
to close.
Why is there even still a cover attendant awake?
And she's like, $20 per person. I turn around,
an hour.
like, what time do you guys close? She's like,
sounds like this better be a 6 a.m. call.
Yeah, I was like, what time do you guys close? Stop serving at 2. We close at 3. And I go, we're not going in.
Yeah, like, I mean, obviously that's the reaction. What are you going to say? Okay, yes, that'll be $80 from us for no.
Right? Like $80
is this in the fucking escape room?
An hour
Bitch.
and a half.
Absolutely not.
And then we would have to pay more inside.
So we weren't having it. But before we went to that club, we strolled into a club that's supposed to be, some nights it's like a strip club, like a gay strip club. Some nights it's like a drag queens performing. Some nights it's like got events. It's like every day of the week it's a shuffle and you don't know what you're going to get.
Where?
I know you probably don't even remember until I say it.
No.
So we walk into this club, and I have the perfect quote written down for it. We walked into a jockstrap party fully clothed. We stroll up at 1 a.m, most of us wasted, with a whole club full of men in jockstraps. Like, I've never seen so many guys in jockstraps in my life.
Did I go in?
Yes. And not only that, as we go in, it's not like it's guys in jockstraps dancing. Like, that would have been like, oh, this is background of a gay TV show we're filming. Like, very that. No. They were all like, as we walked in, the music turned off, the lights came up, and everyone was like rushing to get their clothes on. Like, it looked like we walked into an orgy.
Really?
Yeah, you don't remember this?
Like, I kind of have a memory, but like, I don't know if it's
because it was even I was like sober and it was a blur to me, because I was like, is this really happening? So like, we all walk in and we see it and we're registering what's like going on, and you know, like the people were like, we're kind of getting like frantic, like, wait, what? Yeah. And I turn to you all and I go, should we be here right now? Should we leave? And you're all like, yes, let's absolutely go. And I'm like, it was just so
that's so
crazy.
Funny, because I had that memory, but I didn't know it was from something that happened that night.
And it was wild because 2 cover people and a security guard let us in without letting us know, like, you're supposed to be wearing just underwear.
They were like, wow, because it's cold outside in Toronto, so it's probably they were probably like, oh, they're gonna get naked inside.
Fair. But like, do you remember as we walked in, we saw signs and they were like, I don't know, it said like underwear mandatory or something, and I was like, wait, now what is happening here? So as we walk in, and I'm like, oh, wait a damn minute.
Which also, like, did they put it all in coat check?
What?
Did they put it all in coat check, or?
Yeah, I mean, like, people had their pants on the dance floor, putting them around their ankles. I saw.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because so many people gave us like a look of like we weren't supposed to
take it off.
Yeah, like they were kind of looking at us like, girl, you interrupted the fun. Are you gonna join or what are you doing? And we're all just standing there like.
But it was fast, right? Because then
it was like, yeah, like
okay,
maybe a minute. 30
wow,
seconds.
That's wild.
Oh my god! And then do you remember walking into the change room?
The change room.
So there was like the door to get out, and then if you kept walking, there was a black curtain, and it was this tiny little closed off area that looked like a coat check. But there was about 9 guys in just their underwear getting dressed, and you walk all the way in, and I'm like, Sebb, you're out of it, and I'm like, that's not the way to the door. I'm saying that all these guys are looking at us, and then you go, what? And you keep walking to the corner of the room, like you walking through these naked guys, and then I go, Sebb, the door is this way. And you go, oh, right. And you walk back through all these naked men.
Is this Flash?
Yeah.
So I walked all the way to the back.
To the front. Like when you walk into the right, there was like a closed off curtain area you couldn't see. But if you walked into it, it was just like a little coat check looking area. But there was like many men changing.
Because it's
and you just walked in there thinking the exit was that way.
Yeah, because usually it's like the exit is like this now.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's always confusing in there. Like I feel like they change it.
Did I run out? Did I run out screaming?
Oh, you were like literally so funny. You were like, oh my God, I had no idea. And I'm like, girl, you probably just wanted to rub up on the abs. Let's be fucking honest.
Oh my God, that's wild. I did not remember that.
I know. I almost forgot. And then I was like, oh my God, I knew there was something I had to talk about for that night. But it was like awkward encounters, you know?
Yeah. And it's funny because we were talking about naked attraction in the beginning of the night.
And, oh my God, we manifested that. That's actually fucking
That's so
wild.
funny. I feel like we have to text our besties and ask if they remember. Because
I was going to text them. But I didn't want to because I'm talking about it now. But I was going to be like, do you guys remember how crazy that night was?
I'm glad you kept it until now because I'm shook.
Right? And that's not even the worst of it. After all this debacle, after our cover debacle, we were like, we're not paying.
I remember this.
Yeah, girl, you can get into it.
We're like,
I'm
okay,
choking.
let's get food instead. Like the $20 that we're going to spend, let's spend them at a pizza place instead. We're like, yeah, that's sickening. We go in, we order a pizza. The guy's like, I'm closing, okay? So you're going to have to eat it outside. We're like, yeah, that's okay.
And like, he could have just said it. Like,
yeah,
he
was
kind of like yelling at us.
You're not sitting here. We're like, yeah, that's fine. So we order the pizza. Chill. And then
he puts the slices in the oven.
Yeah, he puts the slices in the oven. Then
like it's been seconds because this pizza was pre-made, and he said we're not making fresh for you. Sir.
We're like sitting down while we wait for the pizza, and the guy goes, "Here's your pizza." And we're thank you. We grab it, and then we go sit again because we're missing two extra slices.
We got our peps. We did not get our cheese.
Sitting down while we wait for the other slices, and the guy goes, "I said you're not sitting in here," and we're like,
"We're trying to close."
And
I'm
his coworker goes, "No, they're missing 2 slices," and he's like, "Oh, right." Right.
Well, you guys can't be in here. We're like, we already had this discussion, sir.
I'm like, am I the drunk one or is it you, sir?
That was fucking crazy.
So then we get our pizzas, and then we're all like, okay, let's get an Uber to our friend's place.
But I'm trying to get food down Sebb's throat, and he's thinking that's not happening right now.
So I was like, it was that point of the night where all the shots were just coming. I think from all the moving around, from all the seeing jockstrap people, everything was just too much. And I was like,
well, let's be real. Like, how many shots did you have that night?
1, 2, 3, 4 at the club.
At the first club.
Yeah. Did I have some shots at the jockstrap club?
No,
I'm
no.
like, body shots.
No. You had more. Oh, at the apartment, you had a bunch.
Yeah, like at the club, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them pushing it.
Yeah, like I know y'all were buying shots. I feel like I remember someone being like, "Oh, he's got money," to one of the straight guys.
Yeah, because Lorenzo kept buying for me. I was like, "Bitch, no, let me pay." But then I paid for 2 rounds. I think Lorenzo paid for 2 or 3 rounds.
Yeah, I mean,
so that's 5 total shots.
Where was it at? Was the club, because obviously prices for alcohol now in Canada and clubs is crazy. Was it really bad in that club or no?
No, because I think every time I was getting like 4 or 3 shots. So when I got 3 shots, it was like $30.
Okay.
But I got a side of Sprite as well.
That's not bad.
And then when I got 4 shots and a side of Sprite, I think it was $40 as well. So kind of, I think it was like 10
average
or something. Yeah, like it wasn't horrible that you're like waking up being like, I don't want to look at my bank account, honey.
Yeah, like I hate when you buy 2 shots, it's $80. You're like, what happened?
But then,
what the fuck happened?
Yeah, in Las Vegas, bitch.
Girl, fuck
that's
that.
making me so rude.
So you think that would be like all right? Like that was already like 4 stories we've told you about that night.
But I had 5 shots there, but I had a bunch at Taylor's apartment.
So you probably got over 10 shots.
Yeah, I think so.
And you puked like a little in the night, but did you puke the next day?
No, that's the thing, because I was like, I wanted to puke it out. I wanted to puke it out before I started eating, because if not, I wasn't getting the alcohol out. And I was like, I can at least puke out the last shot I had. And I'm like trying to make myself puke. I kind of like, because I have this talent when I'm like really drunk, I can make myself puke without touching like my throat.
Well, I think it comes down to necessity, because like when you've drank many times, you, like you just said, you know it's either now or in the morning.
Yeah,
so you got to just make it happen.
You have to dump it. So I go like this And it's just like, what's he doing? I'm
my
like,
God,
one
stop.
second. And then,
I knew it was happening.
and then I had already eaten like a slice of a bit of pizza. So then the pizza just came out, and I was like, oh shit.
That's always so sad. Like that happened to me at the wedding. The pasta came back, and I was like, that was good pasta.
Right. It was good food.
Damn.
And then I'm like, Dion, you're gonna have to squeeze me. And he's like, what? I'm like, squeeze me.
I've never seen this before.
I can't believe after all these years we've never discussed this.
Well, because every time you puke, like. My thing is I'll tap you on the back because that's what like people would do to me growing up in my family. Like, you know, hey, here you go, get it out. And then you always are like, no, I don't like that. Well, you don't mind it sometimes.
Yeah, no, like if I'm dying, I'm like,
but you never
away.
told me to squeeze you. Instead it's like actually basically saying do the fucking Heimlich from behind.
Yeah, like it's like a thing. When I was in high school, I don't recommend it. I'm not endorsing it. But when people would get really drunk and they just wanted to get it out, people would say, oh, can you squeeze me? So it would be like doing like kind of like the
This
Heimlich.
is alleged. We're not recommending it. We're not health practitioners.
Yeah, kind of the Heimlich, and you just pushing it all out. I don't know if it works or not, but I was like, I need a little help in here. I need some help. And honestly, then he was like, I'm not gonna squeeze you. I'm like, I was stressed out.
He's screaming at me, just squeeze me hard. I'm like, not doing it too hard. I know he's drunk. He's like, harder. I'm like, no.
And then I'm like, oh, that's enough on it, because I felt something move.
and then you go at it again. I have a video of you in the parking lot, and you're just like, don't film me. And you're puking. It's so funny.
That's iconic.
Well, you think that would be fucking enough, but before we got dropped off to our car in the parking lot, guess what the fuck happened? We had to take a fucking Uber, and you thought the night was over, honey. No, girl. The night has just begun because our Uber driver was wild.
We're all like
I've had my days where we've had a Sprite bottle in the car and it is full of fucking vodka and Sprite.
Yeah.
Fair enough. But,
and it looks like it's like...
And it looks like it, and we're obviously passing it around.
Yeah.
And if you're the driver and you call me on that shit when I'm drunk, I'm going to straight up go, oh, it's water. Then you're going to go, let me smell it. I'll let you smell it and you'll throw it out. We'll throw it out.
And then also it's like, it's a sus moment in the beginning of the night when you're like heading to a club.
Right. Not at the end of the night. When you're getting home crusty from the club, it's 2 a.m.
and the water looks brand new.
And exactly, the water, and there's not like, it's not going around, like it's just one person drinking their water. It's not passing around the club in the car. And then all of a sudden, you stop at a stoplight 10 minutes into the drive, in a 20-minute drive, and just fucking turn to the person and have a full-on attack. Like they freaked the fuck out and was like, you cannot have that water bottle in this car. You need to throw it out. 2 weeks ago I had a very bad experience with water bottles. Get it out of my car right now. And we're like, it's just water.
Like
sir.
it was crazy because like the four of us were just
close
like,
the cap. Like
the
it's
four
a
of us
bottle.
got in the Uber and we're like so quiet. We're like ready to go home. And then like literally the quietest we've been in an Uber.
What the fuck?
And then someone goes, was it me or Taylor that goes, oh, can I have some water?
Yeah. And then
someone was like, who has the water? I was like, oh yeah, I want some water. And then
because we had 2 bottles,
they're passing the water and he's like, he stops. No drinking water in here. Toss that out right now. And we're like
screaming at our friend.
We're like, oh, it's just water, sir. We're just drinking water. And he's like, no.
And I'm like, we'll put the cap on it. He's like, throw it out. Then get out of the car and throw it out right now. And we're like, sir, it's one bottle. We just spent $5 on this water bottle because we did. We're not gonna throw it out. Sorry. Like you can smell it. It's just
we're
water.
Not gonna throw it out.
Yeah, we're like, and respectfully, we have not been loud or anything, so we have no reason to make you think that we're like belligerently.
And Dion goes, you can smell the water. You can do anything. Like it's water.
It's water.
And he's like, it's an Uber policy. We're like, that's not an Uber policy.
I'm like, actually, yeah. We start saying like water is an essential, sir. And then I'm just like, okay, if you're trying to make us like throw out this thing, we're just gonna leave and get out. And he's like, yeah, get out of my car.
I was like, can you cancel the ride? And he's like, yeah, get out and I'll cancel it. So we get out. And then I got out from my side and I thought someone else was going to get out behind me. So I didn't close the door. So we're going out. And then he starts driving with the door open. And I'm like, girl, what is going on? And then he brakes in the middle of the road, gets out and slams the door. And then keeps going. I'm like, Jesus.
It was giving like the car was going to keep rolling while he got out to close the door. He was unhinged.
And I was like,
pissed me off.
We just wanted some water.
Girl. Sometimes all you want is a fucking little sustenance.
But then we got home safe and sound.
God bless. Yeah, that's my thing. Biggest advice there is just the fuck get out. we had to leave the situation. I immediately said, let us out. And that like diffused the situation, but he still was yelling at us and didn't ultimately let us out for another like minute.
Yeah, we were like,
and it was getting heated. So I was like, dude.
He's like, no, toss it out.
This is not
toss
happening.
It. We're like, we're saying cancel the ride.
Yeah, and I really do think he was having some sort of moment. Like he felt really triggered about something and he took it out on us and it was really toxic.
Yeah, because also he had water like next to him.
Girl, it was
he had
wild.
A water bottle.
It came out of nowhere.
And
it
it's
was
like
a peaceful drive.
That's not an Uber policy because Ubers. Remember when they used to have water bottles all the time?
Like it's crazy that it happened in the one Uber that night where we were behaved because the other two you were like, crank that music, DJ.
Yeah, like on the ride to the club we're like, I can do it like, with a broken heart. Hey, hey.
I was vibing and then someone in the car was like, wow, y'all are so loud. And I was like, and? It's club time.
Yeah, I feel like it's because it's like it's funny because like I feel like not a lot of gays go out with straights at the same time, so it's like seeing each other's cultures.
Yeah, like I did reflect on that yesterday. I was like, wow, like I don't think about like the thing we were saying, how like you feel so free in these queer spaces because that's what we've all cultivated for ourselves in the community because it's what we deserve everywhere. So yeah, to see like someone else's perspective on that as like that's like their first time or one of their first times in that kind of atmosphere. It's so weird because I'm so like used to it.
Right. But it was so fun. I love that place too. But
yeah, we always have good times there.
Well, except for that one time that we went into that club and I was really constipated and I'm like, with you, and I'm gonna try to poop, and you're like, you're not trying to poop here, and I was like, I have to. And then you come with me.
Wait, if you're constipated, then you wouldn't poop.
No, but I was trying to get it out because I was like, I felt bloated.
Okay.
So then I'm pooping, and then you were like, you insisted in going to the same stall as me to like guard the door.
I was wasted. Black the fuck out. I don't drink anymore for this very reason.
Lock. And I'm like, no, you know what? It's not happening.
But like, I'm just talking to you while you're shitting.
Yeah, you were just holding the door, and
like,
then we
Sebb
get
and I
out.
are not like hard drug users. Like we're not going in the bathroom to fucking get some good times going in the stall.
So I go, no, it's not happening. Let's get out. So we get out, and then immediately there's like a group of people outside, and they're like, you're coming with us, and they kicked us out because I was trying to poop, and I was like, we were not doing cocaine, I swear. But
is that what they assumed? Probably.
I don't know. Maybe that, or maybe I was eating your ass or something. Cause like,
but they were very angry. Like they threw us out of the club, but not the bathroom.
And I was like, no, I was trying to poop.
I feel like we talk about this story all the time.
Yeah,
it was very like
weird. Cause it's like, what if someone is actually trying to poop? Like, what if I needed someone to poop with, like assistance, like that I needed that time.
I also feel like especially in that kind of space in that club, there's like 3 bathrooms for anyone. So it's like, what if 2 of us are in the stall together? What's the issue?
Right.
Like
like
if we're doing something problematic, but
you can.
We weren't. I don't know. Where's the line? Anyway, so it was a fun club time. I am glad we went full scale to the wall. There was like some amazing drag queens too.
I love dancing,
which we manifested,
baby.
Yes. Me too. Cheers to that.
And I got they were playing Poker Face, and I turned to Nisha, I'm like, rah 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 rah. And then I realized that it wasn't that song. I'm like, oh, wrong song.
Girl, abracadabra.
Oh my god, let's dive in.
Girl, I haven't even got started my cards. We gotta get to it.
Grammys happened this weekend, and let me just say, it was the break that I needed from anything else. Yeah. Like I feel like
you just
now,
tone into that bullshit.
Yeah, for a while right now, like since the Grammys until now, like my feeds have been like more like pop culture, like celebrity drama, rather than how is Trump ruining the world one more time, which is a nice little mental health break that I needed because it was getting real dark in there.
Yeah, real dark in this bitch.
But yeah, I always love watching the Grammys because it's kind of like, I love seeing like all the musicians and artists just like in one place. I love seeing the performances. I love seeing like their speeches.
Yeah, I thought it was really sweet, the Powerpuff Girls of it all. Seeing Sabrina, she would be the blue Powerpuff Girl, Bubbles. Then we got Chapel is red.
Yeah.
Then we got green is the other color.
Olivia Rodrigo is green.
Billy.
Oh.
And it was really cute because they had like this moment together, and you see Billy on camera leaning into them going, I love you guys.
Right.
And I just feel like it's the energy we need right now.
Right. Even there was a video of Sabrina and Olivia talking together and hugging each other. I was like,
then we had Queen Taylor dancing with Sue.
Right.
Our queen.
She's iconic.
Our Nepo queen.
Which
Nepo baby.
Gracie Abrams?
No. Oh, isn't she a Nepo baby as well?
Gracie Abrams?
No.
Who?
What's her name? Jack Antonoff's wife.
Margaret Qualley?
Margaret
Oh,
Qualley.
yeah. I didn't know
She's
that.
Nepo baby, yeah.
But she's iconic. Like, she has used her Nepo babiness to make iconic movies.
Like,
I feel like,
art, do it well.
yeah, I feel like
or
Margaret
get out.
Qualley was like, I'm a Nepo baby, so I'm going to, like, go into full acting. Like, because all her movies are so artsy.
Well,
so
I mean,
different.
it's like, it's the pure definition of don't be taking for granted what you have.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's important as an artist every day. Like, you're building your art and your community and whatever, and you have to recognize what you have and how you can, like, give that back.
Right.
So I'm a big fan.
But let
we
us,
got lots to say about the Grammys,
let us
bitch.
begin with the red carpet.
I
We'll
wanna
go in
say,
chronological order.
Okay, first I just want to say this.
Is that in chronological order, or are you gonna go straight to the end?
What's the end?
What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say an annoying headline I saw.
What was it?
Allegedly and summarized, because I'm not giving this person the time. But some initials JR, I don't even want to say their name. Some country singer. I'm not gonna waste their time saying their name, but obviously trying to get attention for themselves. They said like Taylor Swift is no. Oh, that was the wrong thing. They were saying that the Grammys are trying to become more diverse by giving the Oscar wins to like Beyonce, which is clearly racist. And I needed to call that shit the fuck out.
So you went to the end of the Grammys, honey. You went to the
girl. It just it's really not okay.
It's just so annoying.
It's really not okay to take away her win.
People are annoying, but we'll get it.
And I know,
we'll
but
dive into that.
For this person to say that, whatever, that's just an ignorant racist motherfucker. But for these headlines to, like, these articles to come out, it's like that's also these media companies like trying to get attention off those headlines, which bugs me.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm like always bugged about when people like cover Trump or Musk things or like make jokes about it. I'm like, but you're still like, instead of saying it as it is, you're still giving them a platform and making it kind of like a lighthearted joke.
Yeah, like it's not giving for me. It's pissing me off. I saw another one about Taylor.
We'll dive into it. Don't worry. We'll begin with the red.
Beginning? Okay.
With the red carpet.
Rewind to the carpet.
Yeah, rewind the carpet.
Rewind to the red.
The red carpets.
I love.
They were serving all
everybody,
the girls.
Everyone. I love the little. Do you see the making them into the Bratz dolls?
Yeah, that was
so
cute. Sabrina's look was very cute.
Sabrina's was
with
insane.
like the blue and
Obsessed.
the feathers.
And then she switched to the gold. Oh,
I know.
So many looks. And then we had Chapel, which was really giving. Just like, I love how she does her makeup. It's always like right on assignment.
Right. And I love that because I recently saw that video where she was saying about the clowns that people in her high school would call gay people clowns.
Yeah, I love that. The performance was all about that.
She was like, I'm going to be the biggest clown, which we love.
It's taking back like your power, and that's beautiful. And it was so like strong. You felt it through the performance. But Gaga's outfit was freaking so cute.
I love her. She's giving emo goth.
Yeah, like it's hard.
Baby.
It's hard to do that well. I feel like on a carpet or even on stage on Drag Race, like black garments just like get kind of disappear.
Yeah.
I don't know. So for it to be well, it has to be like the correct silhouette. And the way her hip was snatched, I was like, oh.
Right.
It was just like it came out correct.
Ooh.
Oof, love.
Correct.
And with the hair, oh my god, the hair with the bleach brow, bitch.
Then also there's this. I don't know who this girl is.
Doechii, Queen.
No, oh my god, I love Doechii now.
Her look was insane.
like I knew who Doechii was before, but I didn't know she sang that song that's really big on TikTok.
A bunch. She's had a few huge hits.
Seeing her look, I was like, oh my god. And then her performance.
And I love how much effort was put into those costumes. Like it was just so, she knows what she's trying to give. The visuals are down. It's so cool.
There's this random girl that keeps getting invited to the Grammys. I'm like, who's her PR?
Ew, I saw
The one that is always dressed as Trump.
Crazy.
Things. I'm like, girl,
but
stop.
what the fuck was the was it like a meme coin this time with like the gold weird ass sequence?
I don't know what it was.
It was cheap.
But I
That's
was
what it
like,
was.
It's always giving. Someone was like,
Look pixelated.
her looks are always giving
Disgust.
really bad,
Racist.
really bad RuPaul's Drag Race. Like, you know, when the queens go in the RuPaul's Drag Race
Allegedly.
catwalk,
Yeah.
like, and they have like phrases written down on their things.
But not well.
Her looks are
Yeah.
always giving that, but like times 3,000 trash.
Not Sam Star. I woke up like this. Yeah, it's giving like Eureka in the final when she's like, the big girl wins. I'm like, girl,
no.
you could have actually won if you didn't fucking write it on
Did she
you.
not win?
No,
Oh, that's
Aquaria
sad.
ate the stage with her or someone else.
RuPaul was probably like,
I forget.
and no.
Yeah, like I mean, it's just so it's too. If not done correct,
And then
don't do it.
Taylor's outfits.
We're talking about the red one.
Yeah.
So good.
That was the only one she had.
Okay,
that night.
I thought.
Which I was like, when she showed up in the red, I was like, okay, I don't think we're getting any announcements today.
No, immediately I knew, and the tea was just so cute.
I know.
Is there a significance with that?
So I feel like it could be Taylor, or it could be Travis, or it could be
I think it would be referencing like the
Troy Bolton.
tattoo mine on his upper thigh.
Yeah.
So she's put Travis on hers.
But then some people were saying maybe her new album is called TNT, which would be cute. But
Like
I don't-
Travis and Taylor?
no, like TNT.
Like Dynamite?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what the fuck
No,
that
but what
theory
I
is.
did gather from that outfit, first of all, she works out her legs. Well, after the Eras tour,
Girl,
of course, her
of
legs are going to be
course, she's fucking
sound.
insured.
But
And you can't get a 3-hour tour every fucking day for that long.
right,
Being-
like her
she's
leg
like
muscles, I
tour,
was like,
gym,
she lived.
vocal rest, vocal warm-ups, rehearsal. Like, girl, she was working.
But then also what I gathered from the outfit, it was giving very Valentine's Day for me. So I think it was hinting like, y'all, Valentine's Day, there'll be something announced.
Ooh, we
'Cause
might
her
announce something on Valentine's
earrings-
Day as well.
Her earrings were 12 jewels, not 13, which would be
Interesting.
very Taylor, 12. So what that could
So-
mean is not Reputation, not
Thanos,
debut.
12 jewels. What's it giving?
Not Reputation, not debut, but TS12. Because TS11 is Torture Poets.
Wow. It's giving Trera's tour.
Traris tour. But yeah, they were all iconic. Now let's get into the show.
Oh, yeah, we got lots to talk about.
So
it was a wild
performances.
Well, no, I talked about the carpet as well. Sorry.
Okay.
Seb
Well,
just
'cause
loves to get me.
Well, no, I know you like to go from the beginning to the end in 1 second. I'm just pacing
Virgos
you.
love to have a certain predetermined
pacing
thing in their
you.
mind of how things should
It's
go.
not bad to
That's
have
not
a
very realistic.
chronological order when you tell stories.
Anyways, so Miss Bianca nude. They officially changed the dress code now, I think, for future years.
What does it say? No nude?
No, doing that, absolutely. They were not impressed, I don't
Well,
think.
sometimes they should really read carefully because sometimes when you have something written out as a dress code, people won't even read it.
People,
They'll show
people
up
were
like
making
that.
people were making art switching it, having him nude, which was a scary sight.
That would be a scary sight.
Terrifier.
Honestly, I don't even know why we're giving Kanye a platform.
I didn't say his
still.
name. You did.
Trash.
I said Miss Bianca.
No, I didn't even know her name. But it's just
Well,
so
girl, Miss
creepy.
Bianca was she said, "Let me eat today."
It's so
She said, "Let me
creepy
serve on
because
this
he's always
runway."
doing those power dynamics with her. Like he's
Oh,
fully dressed and
that's
she's like,
literally all the content is.
it's like, girl, what are you trying to do?
It's
like for
too-
him. I'm like, what are you trying
Yeah,
to do?
it's a little. I don't know what it's not. It's uncomfortable.
right.
Like the dynamic.
Because imagine I had like a sickening outfit. Not that he had a sickening outfit. His outfit was horrible. And then I'm like, here, wear this nude Speedo.
I mean, like
you would work it.
the Grammys would cancel us like they did for them.
No, like also, yeah, like I feel like there wasn't that much negative press as if it was a gay couple
Yeah.
like kissing on the carpet.
Oh,
Like,
it's actually kind of wild how there wasn't more negative press.
right? Because it's like if a drag queen showed up, they'd be like, oh, how dare drag queen in front of our kids? Not
Exactly.
even naked. Like if a drag queen like wore like a bra, they'd be like, in front of our kids.
Literally.
But when a straight man tells this girl to wear this, it's like, oh, it's okay. because
where
a
what?
man
It
is
was
telling
literally
her.
Skims on the. I think
I don't think it was
a little cutout
Skims.
Skims to cover the lower.
I don't think it's Skims because they're divorced. He's not gonna be promoting her.
And then right, and then Mesh. That's
We should
wild.
recreate the look.
Like I'm all for art, but for me personally, I don't know if that was giving it art.
No, it was giving farts.
Yeah, girl, it was giving like you let out a loose one and everyone saw it come out.
And I got really happy because then someone was like, "Oh, they got kicked out." I was like, "Slide,"
Well,
but
yes.
it was a rumor. I don't think they actually got kicked out. I think he just left.
I think I would not be able to sit near them.
Right.
I'd be like, this is wild. Like, what's going on right now?
Uh,
But all for that, I wanted to say that Doechie's also queen because, well, she won, obvio. What?
which we will get into.
But I wanted to say she was saying how more gays, theys, thems, those who get it, should be, those artists of sorts should be more at the Grammys.
I know, which
I was
will
like,
be
we
next.
love.
We'll be
Thank
next
you for the
year.
support.
We'll be next year.
And it's just good to have that representation. talked about.
Performances section of the night. My standouts: Chapel Roan and Sabrina and Doechii. Those are my top 3 performances of the
Same.
night. Did you see them all?
It's the only ones I saw.
Because I was watching live. Dion was doing laundry.
No,
while
I
was
catch up
watching.
later, girl. I'm a
Yeah,
YouTube
he
duo.
catches up at the midnight
Yes,
hours.
Exactly.
Sabrina's so good. Like, she's an
Honestly,
actress.
She's really just.
She's never gonna
Exactly.
stop acting.
Well, I mean, it's performance art, and it's a great to see someone be so transcendent because she's done the movies, she's done it all,
right.
so she knows exactly how to bring forth the image of what she wants. It's chef's kiss. But Doechii too, like,
And it's
same
like
thing.
it's like 'cause Sabrina literally
Those looks.
like Sabrina's like, I'm here because I got nominated for the album Short and Sweet. And that's what she was giving. Short and sweet. I loved. And then Doechii's performance, iconic as well. Just like the energy and her moves.
Incredible.
I was obsessed.
The girls be moving. Gaga and Abracadabra. Everyone's moving.
Which I'm like, after
it's
when, like,
really nice.
I don't
And
get,
it's what we need.
because these men see these women perform like that, and then they just stand up and think that doing a little flip is the same.
Well, no, because
I'm not cousin Benson Boone, but you would think if you had a song as big as Benson Boone's, he would have more of a performance planned. I don't know, for the Grammys.
At least the visual should have been something more. But also, it's kind of like, if you're at that level, if I was at that level, like performing like these girls are, you need to be in rehearsals a lot. And like the image comes with the rehearsals, right? So like if you're knowing the choreo, but some people just don't do that.
Like what?
Like the moves, like Doechii's moves.
Oh,
like
I
she's in rehearsal every day.
Yeah. Like she's like,
she is lit. That doesn't come from nowhere. It's
so
dedication.
good. And then
So
her
it's
switch
like
into her underwear.
it's like
I
to see
loved.
someone at that high of their craft. Yeah, you can't help but to like compare performances a little bit.
Yeah. Because it's like, because Doechii's performance was, I think, right before or right after Benson's Boone's.
Okay, I don't know. I only saw Benson's, like, in my opinion, not executed well. Like the judges in Drag Race would have given it a low rating.
Because
it just, what was that reveal?
Yeah, but
It was
honestly,
not done
Benson
well.
is one of the, like,
Could've
we're
used a
mentioning
rehearsal.
Benson because he's one of the closest to, like, out of the nights of the performance to the girls, because all the other men just, well, Shabuzi kind of had like more going on.
Okay.
Which
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, I was really, really into Shabuzi because before, when I heard the song on the radio, I was like,
With Benson, it was like,
it's not me, not
like,
for me.
I'm glad there's effort put in to an extent you can see.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm speaking from just a technical point of view. The little take the microphone out and the outfit be ripped away should have been rehearsed.
Yeah, that was.
It looked absolutely ridiculous.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
awkward.
Like, that was because
and
like,
he looked uncharismatic and like he didn't even know what he was doing. And I was like, didn't you play on this bit?
Because the other, like for example, Sabrina's bit is funny. It was like, oh, it's malfunction, haha, so funny. It looks professional. But Benson's beginning of the show, and he's like,
very
and he didn't even commit.
strange choice.
Because I was like, oh, did he mean to do that? I'm like, then I see microphone, and I'm like, oh, it was planned.
Yeah, the microphone should have been hidden. Like it was like half out.
Yeah, I was like, oh, so this was planned, but it was just not committed.
Yeah, like exactly. He gave like a 7. He didn't full drive.
Yeah,
the judges would have. The judges would have put him in the bottom.
Performance was good as well.
What did he do?
It was. I remember. I liked it.
Okay.
And then The Weeknd performed as well, but I was
glad you brought it up.
Yeah, did you not see? So they like for a long time The Weeknd was against the Grammys because he was saying that there was no transparency and there was no diversity and everything. So
and
then
he's like, well, I need them.
Then the CEO of the Grammys was like, that apparently they've committed to having more diversity in their voters and everything. So now it's like 13,000 people voting. Whereas before it was way less. And then he said, and now because of these changes, we have for the first time The Weeknd back. Which, it was a cool performance. He had dancers.
Yeah, what did he do? Any gags?
It was really cool. It was like a pyramid. And then there was like he was at the top, and then from the pyramid there was like people coming out like from graves. Like it looked really cool visuals. I kept thinking, was like, oh my god, I wish Taylor did this for Look What You Made Me Do with all the old Taylors. It would have been iconic. Ugh. But yeah, I thought it was good. But then after that, I didn't hear.
I wish Taylor did this.
I didn't hear anyone talk about it. So
it was pretty wild because speaking of The Weeknd, I didn't see the performance, but since you brought it up. Did you know he's changing his name?
To The Week?
No, girl.
Monday?
Cutting it.
Tuesday?
He's cutting it out.
And the end?
So like Hurry Up Tomorrow, I could be wrong, but I think that's his new album title. And he said like that's whatever it's called by The Weeknd. But then after this album, all his like music that he does in the future will be by his name, Abel.
Because he's able to do it.
But Abel Tesfaye, I don't know if that marketing is going to go over well.
I don't know.
Because people know him as The Weeknd.
Because like...
So why are people going to start going, Abel Tesfaye?
Because why would you... Because The Weeknd, I feel like now is such an iconic name.
It's iconic.
Why would you just go to Abel?
Exactly. It really weirds me out. It makes me very confused. Because like, what was the point?
People are going to be like, who's Abel?
Tesfaye. That's a choice.
I don't know.
Well, I had to bring it up.
But my favorite performance of the night, Chaperones, Pink Pony Club.
I already talked about it a little bit.
Good. When?
The clowns.
Yeah, now we're diving in, so you can keep talking about it.
I loved the pony. I loved the performance. I loved the vocals.
I loved the passion. So
I loved the message.
Like the big props.
The lesbian freedom performed on stage so blatantly.
Right.
The guitarist ate.
And then everyone like
down.
Her first performance at the Grammys. Her first time being nominated, I think, right? And everyone in there sang. Like when she like stopped singing, everyone was singing to her.
Yeah, because they love her.
Iconic.
It's because her music is incredible.
Yeah, and it really, I feel like it brings that escape not just to the gays but to everyone. Like everyone wants to be at the Pink Pony Club.
Everyone does, and that's what the Straights were saying. Like we said, like everyone wants to love, and right now everyone's feeling it because like what the fuck.
Yeah, which is kind of like an example of our club night. It's like we all went to the Pink Pony Club.
We needed it.
And it's like because you need that like space of just love and acceptance.
Yeah, like if it wasn't for my bunion, I would have put on my cowboy boots that night.
Baby, are you feeling better?
Feeling great.
But yeah,
we'll get toe surgery or something.
Good. Everyone was freaking out.
It was a Susie Toot.
Is a Susie Toot. Though
it was all
performance that didn't really call my name was Brit. What's it called? I don't know. I don't even know what song she performed.
People were saying, why didn't Billy go up and perform with her?
Right. Because it was part of that song. I don't know. I just thought because like
I don't know.
because I
I
think
didn't watch it. I genuinely didn't.
so it
see,
starts. Her
I didn't even see like a clip of it. The other ones kind of like popped up in my feeds.
like people. I saw people share. Like I watched it, but then I saw people put on Twitter being like, "This is the best performance ever," and then
Why?
everyone
What did
on the
she
comments
do?
were like, "Is it?" Because it starts with her like walking in the parking lot. So that's like this pre-filmed, but I guess people like they connect it to appear as if
Yeah,
it's
I
like
understand how
so it's like
technology works.
she's coming out of the car in the parking lot of the Grammys, and she starts singing in the parking lot of the Grammys, and everyone's following her like to get to the stage.
I'm not gagged.
Right? I'm like that's pre-filmed, so it's like,
And then
and she's
what?
like, ooh, ah, ah, ah. I love that that trans model was in it. What's her name?
But then what?
The really tall one.
Yeah, that's cool.
So then they
But-
all just walk into the stage and everyone's just partying while she's like singing like blah 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 blah, and then there's underwear flying, and that was it.
Like halfway through the song.
Yeah,
And she only did guess?
she did. I think she did another one, I guess, or I don't know. I've never heard like I heard the album, but I never heard it again, and so it all blends into my mind.
I have to say I've never listened to the album, and I never will.
But just like,
That's
cause it's like having
all
a
I have to say.
performance with a purpose, like Sabrina's, Chapel's, even Benson. I don't know, like, and then just like, I don't know. It just felt like I was like, okay, underwhelmed.
Well, I'm happy for her.
Yeah.
I'm very happy for the girls.
Oh, but then also Cynthia,
Erivo.
Erivo sang "Fly Me to the Moon."
I need to watch this.
It's
How did I not-
so good. It's so good.
Oh my god, was she on a moon?
No.
Was she flying on a broom? Green?
She's like, "Fly me to the moon."
That would be so fucking fierce.
And she was kind of, for a point of the night, she couldn't find her seat. And then Taylor was like, "Come sit with me." So they were scooching into the same seat and they were chatting. I was like, oh, they're besties.
Can we say something about Cynthia Erivo real quick?
Yeah.
Out of out of drag, like out of her her alphabet drag, she is so gorgeous.
Right?
Like, it's actually freaking crazy.
Like,
I was like, is this person an alien? Because they're freaking insanely beautiful.
and she's just so, oh, I love her.
Like, I can't, I don't think she's real. With
everything
the voice and everything.
she says, I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And like, I really do think she's going to take over the cinematic experience.
Right.
Beyond Wicked.
And
I see that for her.
another performance that was standout, Janelle Monáe. She did
Oh my
like
god, I didn't see it. And I love Janelle Monáe.
She was doing, I think it was a Michael Jackson song.
Oh!
I don't know.
Was it
I
like,
think so.
with the outfits very Michael?
Yeah. And she was doing the
Ooh.
moon walk and all that.
Girl.
And then she takes off her suit jacket and throws it into the crowd.
Was it a good reveal?
No, she's just
Like, it was what Benson should have done.
Yeah. The energy was there.
Yeah.
And she throws it into the crowd, and then I don't know where they cut to Taylor, and she's wearing it like this.
Oh my
and
god.
I was like, Taylor, that is so me. I always go for the props. I
Yeah.
launch into the crowd.
There was the one photo of Taylor whispering into Chapel's ear, and I screenshot it, and I was like, send it to you. I'm like, that's me and you.
Because I feel like she was giving very much, I'm here for a good time.
Yeah, which is us. Like, that's why I can't wait for us to just like get out into the world a little more, you know? Like, I saw Chapel in her hat, and I was like, that's so me and you. Like, we love to
Right.
just like dress up, and like life
Have
is
fun.
Yeah, life
Because it's
is
like you could die
fun.
tomorrow.
And that's what drag is. Like, I feel like Chapel gets it. Like, that's why she loves drag so much. Like,
Mhm.
as an artist, it shows through her art so much because, like, same as me, like, I am so inspired by drag. It's just such a free expression of, like you said, fun, creativity, like, life. And I feel like, look at you right now in this jacket. Like, we do it all the time.
Oh, this is just a regular afternoon look.
Yeah. And I have many signature cowboy hats.
And let's get into awards.
Okay, because we got to wrap up Grammys at some point. I got lots to chat about.
Sabrina won Best Pop Vocal Album for Short and Sweet. Iconic.
Roll it off. Who else?
And Pop Solo Performance
Okay.
as well for Espresso. And then she won another one for a remix, I think.
That was the other fucking annoying headline I saw. Like, people just trying to get attention. Because, like, I feel like it's really underhanded when someone's such a well-decorated Grammy winner like Taylor to have headlines being like, Taylor walks away losing all 6 Grammys.
Yeah.
Like, that's like, to me, it's just like, you don't lose anything by a nomination. A nomination is an honor. And also, like, she won so many last time, so like, you do have to give other people space. Like, Taylor is like the Michael Jackson of our era. Like, her success is unparalleled.
And I feel
so
like,
what, you're just gonna give the most successful artist all the wins every time? Like, realistically, no.
I feel like also she's like, at this point, she's creating for her.
Exactly.
And for, like, she knows that she has, like, her fans appreciate her artistry. So, like, I don't think she creates and goes to these events and says, oh, I hope I win all these awards. She doesn't care. Because it's like,
exactly,
a Grammy, she has so many. Blah, blah. It's like, she doesn't care.
And like I said, like, I feel like getting the award for another artist, that's a huge thing. But also, like, I think she can recognize getting a nomination is respect that she deserves.
Yeah, because it's like everyone that's nominated that's already iconic.
Yeah, are you kidding?
They all deserve it, which we will
incredible.
get into.
Grammy nominated, baby.
Chapel won Best New Artist, which we could have known.
We'll get into what?
Into more into what I was saying.
Why?
Because there's a bigger one coming.
What?
You'll see when we get into it.
You cut off our great flow. You cut off our great flow, sister.
No, I didn't.
Okay. What do you want to talk
Chapel
about?
won Best New Artist, which we kind of like. Yeah, it was deserving as well. And her speech. Did you hear it?
No, I didn't watch it. You knew this.
No, but I thought you caught up on all the iconic moments.
I mean, girl, like, I'm not that obsessed with the Grammys. I did my research to
Did you read what she said?
Extent.
Did you read what she said?
Oh yeah, I saw the whole thing about how she was saying this. Oh, with the industry.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was freaking amazing.
She's like, and her like reading from her like little notebook, and you could tell she was like scared about what she was about to say.
Of course, because the powerful people are like, their whole thing is
like,
they want to be intimidating.
Who was her old label? Because she like called them out. She's like,
it's
my old label dropped
like,
me.
Not every, but you know what I mean.
She's like, my old label dropped me right before the pandemic, and I had no money,
wild.
no health insurance, and you could tell all the artists were like instantly like resonating with her speech. Immediately, Benson Boone stood up and started clapping. Which is the health insurance thing. I'm like, girl, how are you doing flips without health insurance?
Yeah, but you see, because you see like these young artists get signed to labels, and then they have like one viral TikTok hit, but then it doesn't work after that. Like, Chapel obviously is lucky enough to have more success than that, so she has had the option of reaching out for a better label. But yeah, so like, artists get really fucked in these contracts for so long, and I see artists now like they're trying to push their new music on like social. And like, the label doesn't give them any funding to do anything else. And it's like, how do you expect them to get another hit? You just expect them to be TikTok hit after hit without you funding them. Because
it's like, it's up hills and valleys.
Exactly.
And it's like, if you don't get through the valley, then it's just going to die.
Exactly. So with her like saying that, and they don't fund like the healthcare and everything, it's hopefully going to actually change things. And initially, like, hopefully have other people speak up about things, and then that promote change. Because it is like, just in the entertainment industry in general, it could be so much better.
And she ends her speech with, labels, we got you. So you got us. I was like, shit, bitch.
And it was so like, powerful because it's like our kind of person, I feel like, just saying it how it is.
Yeah, like, call it out. And it's like, as soon as you get the opportunity to do so. Because it's like, how many other people could be in your same spot right now that you were like before,
and staying quiet, and also like doing it in that position. Because like, I think of an artist like Macklemore is very like outspoken against the industry and stuff, but I don't see him getting invited to speak on stages because of that. So like, for her, like, maybe she realizes like, oh, they're gonna like at some point brand me as like outspoken or saying the wrong thing, so I might as well, while I have the opportunity, speak up for the things I care about.
And I think that's what she's been doing like the past year, like with the paparazzi and everything. It's like, slay it, queen, do it,
use that platform,
say it and slay it.
And she knows the beauty is she knows the power she has. Like she knows her talent, she knows her music is so loved, so she's like, you know what, I'm not gonna like shy away from this opportunity, and more people should be like that.
Exactly.
If more people were like that, the billionaires wouldn't be fucking assholes.
Right? It's like, just call people out on their shits.
Girl.
And then we end the night with album of the year, Cowboy Carter.
Cowboy Carter took the win.
Beyonce's first album of the year forever.
Wild. That's wild. Because I was like, everyone was like freaking out, and at first I was like, Beyonce's won so many Grammys. Another one in the bank, baby. What's the big deal? But then I'm like, oh, she never won album of the year.
And it's
which
like,
is so wild.
Like for me,
highly deserved.
When it happened, when I saw it, I was like, for a second I was like sad about Torture Powers. I was like, oh, but then I was like, oh, slay, like queen.
Well, all I could think of was
Get
like,
it.
The moment was deserved alone for the whole transfer from Cowboy Carter to Renaissance.
Right.
Like the way that was put together, the amount of people that went into that album, it deserves a Grammy.
Yeah, and it's like just like the whole journey of the album, all the collaborators, like the whole history behind like country music and black artists.
Right.
There's
and
so
Taylor
much
got
there.
it for Midnights, which I feel like recognizes the brilliance of not only the music but the Eras tour.
Yeah.
And then with Beyonce, she deserves it because the freaking Renaissance tour was like next level.
Yeah. And also, yeah, I was already expecting Taylor not to get it because she got it last year.
Right.
But I was like, if they give it to Bratz, I'm gonna fight a ruckus. But
so of course people are gonna say like others were robbed.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying earlier, that I was like, we'll get into that because we're getting into it. No, right now, open your TVs up. Open the schools. I think that's how I'm gonna start. Okay. Open the schools.
Are you calling for the education system?
I'm calling out the education system.
Somebody's trying to fucking cancel it.
Someone's trying to close it down. But let me tell you something. We need it open. Extra hours, extra office hours.
Yeah, girl.
Overtime.
Private tutors. Let's get to it.
Like people were pissed, and they're like, well, some people started saying that's not even country, and I'm like, girl.
Outrage.
What is a
The
genre
outrage.
right now? Right now, genres are all mixing and gathering things from each other.
And they have been for the past 50 years of music.
So it's like you can't say something is not country or something is not pop because what is
it's
country?
So
what
ridiculous.
Is pop? What is
also,
rap?
why are you suddenly the music critique?
Right? All of a sudden. And then a lot of people were like, I've never even heard Cowboy Carter. How can it be winning album of the year? Girl, if you haven't heard it,
then
how do
would you
know? Like, that's why I always listen to even like Brat. I gave it a chance, and then I was like, okay, it's not for me. But I would never just say, no, that one does not deserve it if I didn't even hear it.
The songs are incredible. The collaborations are incredible. The songs in between songs, like the interludes, they have a purpose. They're thought out. They're cohesive. They bring the album together, as opposed to a fucking interlude. Like, I'm sorry, but The Weeknd's, I thought I heard an interlude that was just like
I don't know. I have a thing about
2-second moment.
But the ones in Cowboy Carter, like kind of like lead the story, because that's what it is. It's a whole body of work.
Don't do an interlude or fucking break if it's not got a point.
Yeah,
I don't need to hear my Invisalign is breaking.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm like, the girl, that's not an interlude.
Just for you to get more money.
But like, now that you mention it, at first I was like, okay, everyone's happy that Beyonce won. Like, that's amazing. But that was just my For You page. Because then like a few days later,
Billie Eilish, you owe us a fucking Invisalign dress. You need to come out in a fucking Invisalign dress.
A few days later, I start seeing a lot of Beyonce slander. People saying like, oh, Billie should have won. Billie was robbed. Billie blah, blah, blah. And I was confused because I was like,
Billie Bob who?
When did
Billie Bob who got one when where?
I was like, wait, there was people robbing outside of the Grammys. I was like, Dion, I'm glad we didn't go because people are apparently...
Billie's inside guessing the color of her underwear.
Apparently Billie got robbed.
Billie's fine.
But she didn't get robbed because they were all deserving. That's why they all got nominated. Whoever won.
Has Billie Eilish got an album of the year before?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
And also, every time Billie wins, She goes upstage and says, I don't deserve this. Beyonce, you're my winner.
She also goes, I don't know what to say.
And then also,
I wasn't expecting this.
When Hit Me Hard and Soft came out, she was making a whole point of her to not care about awards. She was saying, I don't care about Grammys. I don't do this for that. I don't care about sales. I don't do this for that. But girl, somebody posts a video of her crying when Beyonce won. That at first I was like, oh, she's crying because she's happy for Beyonce. And they were like, no, she's crying because she's sad. And she goes and liked that post, kind of like to add fire to the...
Billie did?
Yeah, she liked that post.
No, because I thought she was going to be like crying because she was happy for her.
Right? But then she liked the post saying that she was sad. So then, of course, all the Billie fans were like, she's sad that she didn't win. She was robbed. So they're adding more fire to it. And they don't realize that what they're saying is so ignorant, because they'll be like, oh, she had so much more streams. It's like, girl,
did she walk home with any Grammys?
That's the other thing as well. I think she won some things, but some other like, for example, best pop vocal album, Billie didn't win, Sabrina won, but nobody's saying she got robbed. But all of a sudden, when it's the black woman
like,
winning,
she was nominated for other things, but they only make a problem with Beyonce.
Yeah, when it's a black woman winning, and it's like, why are we like? Do you guys not see what you're doing?
Well, they do, but they don't care because they're racist fucks.
Yeah, and it's like, because they think just because like she deserves it just because she did the work, but it's like maybe her work wasn't as good in comparison as Cowboy Carter, which
right. Well, I think like
voters thought so.
Yeah, she's highly decorated. She has Grammys, so she has nothing to be sad about. And the most important thing as a creator, I think, is like being able to be happy for others.
Yeah, like look at Taylor Swift. But others she literally was there to be happy for others.
Yeah,
and she knew that, because when they said
it's
album
like,
of the
all
year,
about collaboration. It's all about togetherness.
When they said album of the year is next, well, Taylor Swift, blah blah blah, she turned and she was like, it's gonna be Cowboy Carter, and she was happy about it.
All I can say is congratulations, Beyonce. Yes. And to all the winners, we are proud of you all. And all the artists, like, it's so cool I feel like we're entering a new era almost. So, yeah, I'd love to be at the Grammys one day.
We'll be there soon. Also, I thought it was really cool. Doechii won.
Doesn't it feel like a new era of, like, pop art?
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Like, pop freedom art.
Yes.
Slayage.
Yes.
Doechii won something, and then she was saying that she was so happy about her sober journey and how it brought her there. I was like, wow, that's inspiring.
I love people are feeling so like free to talk about it more.
Right.
It doesn't like seem like people are afraid to say what's on their mind. That's what's exciting. Like this new era, we need more of that.
Yeah.
So,
and then Kendrick Lamar won.
Oh.
His song, he had a diss track against Drake. I had no idea about those two. But then he goes,
did you sleep under a rock?
Did you?
Well, I don't sleep under a rock.
I didn't know that song was about him, when he's like, but she's a minor, is about Drake dating a minor.
The chord, A minor. Yes, it's reading Drake.
Jake.
Allegedly, I don't know. I literally know nothing about the whole drama, but I know that he was calling Drake out. And
then he won twice, and everyone was flipping out about the song and dancing to it, and Taylor was like, So I was like, I wonder how Drake is doing, honey.
Well, I mean, I don't know allegedly anything, but if what Kendrick is calling him out on is true, then yeah, I bet Drake is fucking hopefully getting his comeuppance.
Right, he's getting his comeuppance.
Allegedly. Yeah, any other Grammys tea before we move on? Because I have an incoming call.
Wait one sec, hold the call, because then the last tea that closes the Grammys perfection nights was a little hints that turned into a song drop called Abracadabra.
Abracadabra, ooh la la. It's a hit.
I feel like it was iconic.
Did you see the person who was like, I modeled that hat and now Gaga's wearing it? She like wore it on a runway last year.
That's iconic.
And now Gaga wore it in the music video. The music video was the best music video I've seen in a while.
Yeah, of hers that I've seen in a while. Like, it just brought me back to my Born This Way era.
Which is so fucking... It's about damn time.
It gave me the same feelings that I got when I was watching Born This Way a long time ago. I was like...
And she's been through a lot as a person and as an artist. So to see her come back and be like, I'm going to give my all for you guys again, it's so freaking like heartwarming as an artist. I just love when like it's like Taylor, like you can see they care about it so much and they're never gonna stop.
Yeah, and it's like you can tell with these artists that they just have a passion for creating.
Yeah.
And not about the like these artists that don't go to the news outlets and say, I actually don't care about streams. Like they actually don't care about streams, but they're not out there saying it. They're just doing it because they just love creating.
Yeah, like streams are just a part of the business, and unfortunately it's something you have to like get good at. But it's like Taylor said, she's a poet.
Yeah.
Trapped in a police officer. In what?
Tell me you're a poet trapped in a finance
finance guy. Yeah.
I don't know, but it was iconic.
Yeah, I'm very happy. What's the new album called? It's coming out soon.
Mayhem.
Yeah, because we have Disease, we have Abracadabra,
and then I just didn't. I don't know why she included Die with a Smile in the album because I don't think it fits. But we'll have to see.
Yeah, maybe it's a two-part. Like first half is very upbeat, second half is very like emotional.
Yeah, or maybe she was like, "Well, Die with a Smile is already bopping, so
True.
Let's get it in the album."
I mean, that's also like it got so many streams. It was one of the best debuts songs ever done.
Yeah,
Abracadabra was as well.
Really?
It was her highest debut song, which is crazy.
And they sang Bruno Mars and her sang together. And I was just thinking they're both really short, but they looked so
it was amazing
cute together. I was like, wow, that's very cute.
Yeah, like the artistry was leaking out of them. I was obsessed.
Yeah.
It was giving
like,
me
Bruno
a
Mars.
life.
Wow.
And I love how Gaga went from the black outfit to the white.
Mm-hmm.
And she was doing this like swayful dance.
So
I was like, yes,
cute.
this is
it was
me.
giving me like, I don't know, like
Florence the Machine.
Yeah, I was gonna say Country Florence.
Yes, right. Ring ring.
Hello.
Hi, you guys have been busy. I've been trying to call for like half an hour.
Yeah, sorry, we're into the Grammys. See.
Oh my God, can we talk about it?
Oh, we just did.
It was great. Okay,
we just did.
Okay, I have something to tell y'all.
What are the 3 magic words?
Dear Fairy Rude Mothers.
Yes, darling.
My partner has what? Jesus. Okay. My partner has a subscribing to OnlyFans girls addiction. He subscribes to about one girl every other day. And this is a red flag to me, or is it just porn, as he says? Okay. That's actually quite interesting.
I feel like it's could be a kind of like a addiction.
Because it's like buying them every other day. First, that's like not good for the bank account.
Yeah, like does he know that he can find it for free?
Like, come on now.
Online.
And if you're buying them every other day, there must be a bigger obsession to porn.
Because it's also like, yeah, it's
that
like
goes beyond that.
Looking out for the certain person to buy their content, where it's like instead of it being like a random person online,
right?
You know, it's somewhere like, oh no, but I want to see this person, and then I want to see this person, then I want to see this person. So
if you're asking if it's a red flag, then it's probably like getting in the between you two.
Yeah, I feel like if you're like having in mind like, oh, could this be a red flag? It's turning red.
So you got to balance the scales. Like you got to be like, hey, maybe you should find balance in your life.
Yeah,
and maybe cut it back to like. Not doing that.
Yeah, because you can always just be like, oh my God, I subscribed to this guy on OnlyFans and see his reaction. And that would be also very telling. Yeah. Because if he's like, what? Then you're like, girl, but you subscribed to 5 girls yesterday.
Then that's
another red flag.
Yeah, you could go red flag digging.
Yeah, if he's like, oh, why? Then it's like, okay, I didn't, but let's talk about it. Maybe we shouldn't, right?
Like if he's like, oh, I just find these girls hot, be like, oh, maybe just do like 1 subscription a month because it's more fiscally appropriate.
Yeah.
For your bank account.
Yeah, like a few every day. No, every other day.
Every other day. That's like you're given over 12 subscriptions a month.
Because it's
over $10 each. You're paying probably over $150 a month for OnlyFans. That's crazy.
Because also, yeah, you can always find things online to wax the dolphin.
Yeah. Don't be given $150 a month to no one.
To corporations.
Well, I do say support sex work.
Yeah.
So it's good that your partner is doing that.
Yeah.
But the issue here is that you two need to talk about
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
The red flag is he's not single in an
Yeah.
apartment doing this alone.
Exactly.
Right?
Because if you're single, it's like, who cares?
Yeah, you spend your money on what you want. You're single, you do you. But if you're in a partnership and it's affecting the other person,
talk about it. Always talk about it. And that
loving
actually,
this season though,
that ended up being so nice, not so rude.
Wow. Look at us. Growth in 2025. Some of us are being nice this year. Well, anyways, thank you to our So Rude besties over on Patreon. Our demonetized besties.
We love you, besties.
We love you.
Shout out to the Rainbow Clown besties. And shout out to the Sebastian Collector.
Sorry if I broke your ears.
Manny, we love you.
Manny, we love you. Sebastian Collector. Shout out to patreon.com/Sebastian, where you can see all 6 seasons of
So Rude. Love you, besties. Stay rude.
Next will be the Oscars.
Oh.
I'm a homie being sus, breaked up. Does he know I noticed? Does he want some? Call my homie being sus, don't get caught. Tell this girl we're just chilling while I take